Good day. Welcome to the Back to School edition of Inside Putnam Valley Schools. I'm Eric Gross, your host, along with Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Jeremy Luft, starting his 7th year in the Putnam Valley Schools already, 5 years as superintendent. We have a very exciting show. We're going to be talking to a new assistant principal at the elementary school, a new SPO at Putnam Valley Middle School, and talking about numerous other sundry things. Welcome back.
Thanks for having me.
How was the opening besides those first couple of scorching hot days?
Yeah, we are extremely lucky to have central air conditioning in our schools, and I know many educators in the region are not as lucky. So despite the sweltering temperatures outside, we were staying pretty cool indoors. So we're very lucky and grateful for that.
That's why people were smiling in Putnam Valley.
Yeah, it was a great
scorcher. Yeah,
it was a great opening of schools. I first want to extend my gratitude to our buildings and ground staff. As always, the buildings are immaculate. The grounds are pristine. Our office staff for doing all the work that happens in order to be able to welcome back staff and students. Our technology department for all the innovative upgrades they make over the summer. And obviously all our educators who are in here throughout the summer, updating their curriculum, running our summer programs, our boost program, our extended year program, our kinder camp program. So although schools are technically closed for the summer, they're very busy, active spaces throughout the year. So
and when the faculty and staff and the children come back on that first day of school, you could eat off the floors.
Yeah, we get compliments even from other facilities directors who have been to our buildings, and especially at the high school does not look like a building that's over 20 years old, or the elementary school that's quickly approaching 100 years old. So a huge compliment to all those that partake that extensive cleaning over the summer.
You know, we talk about new people coming into the school district. Before we meet two of the new people, many faculty members, new members of the staff this year?
Yeah, we were lucky to welcome back many new staff members this school year. So they all went through an intensive 3-day new employee orientation program, and we welcome them with open arms. We are very excited to see what they have to offer our students in our district, and we'll certainly do whatever we can to support them as they become more veteran staff here at Putnam Valley.
That's the future of education, young people today.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we always take welcome in young staff members. It's always a rigorous process. In some cases, we have upwards of 600 applicants for a single opening. So it's a very intensive process to find the right candidate. And we always look for someone who's going to be right for our schools, right for our students, and right for our community.
Well, one of those new people as part of the Putnam Valley School community now is a new principal at the Putnam Valley Elementary School. Let's take a look and meet her. Well, welcome Carly Robey. As she likes to say, she's back home. Carly is the new assistant principal at the Putnam Valley Elementary School. How's it been? How's the first couple of weeks?
It's been great. It's lovely having kids in the building. It was a little weird in August.
Yes. Now we say back home. Carly grew up in Somers, moved out to Long Island, and now she's back again. Why'd you come back?
My family's still here.
Yeah.
And we wanted to be a little closer to my family. And when I saw the opening in Putnam Valley, I, threw it out there and it stuck. So here we came.
What are your first impressions of Putnam Valley?
It is the most welcoming, inclusive community I've ever experienced. The smiles on staff, parents, students, everybody is so friendly, everybody is so welcoming. It has just been so wonderful.
You know, and with the challenges educators are facing today, you need that warmth, that community involvement.
Absolutely. It's been really fantastic. The back to school nights were lovely. Every single parent, the amount of people that came up to me, introduced themselves individually, welcomed me. They just went out of their way to make sure they said hello, and it's been so nice.
Tell us something about your background. We understand you were a reading teacher.
Yes, I was a classroom teacher for a few years, and then I moved into a reading role, and I was that for about 7 years on Long Island.
Right. But now she's back in Putnam.
Here
back
I
in
am.
Putnam to stay.
Yes.
What about your family? Young children?
I have 2 daughters, Brooke, who's 4.5, and Paige, who is 2.
Okay.
So Brooke is in pre-K, and Paige is in preschool daycare, and they have large personalities.
Take after their mother.
So they say. But yeah, they're terrific, and it definitely keeps me busy outside of school as well.
And what kind of work does your husband do?
He works for Cablevision for Optimum. He
Right.
does like system tracking. I don't really understand it. It's on a computer across different states throughout the country, different managing storms and situations. I'm not really sure.
And at the elementary school, you're working with one of the finest administrators around, Margaret Podesta. They don't come any better.
No, she has been so fantastic. We work as a team. Everything is collaborative. She's just taken me under her wing, and I couldn't be more appreciative.
Any interesting new programs taking place at the elementary school this year?
So we are on our second year of the Scholastic Reading Program, which they started last year, and it's been really great with the guided reading and small group instruction that all the students are getting on a daily basis. The Character Ed program is also doing some new initiatives throughout the building. Classrooms are earning their Tiger Paws throughout the day to earn certain incentives once they reach 25 per class and things like that. We have our new innovation lab. The science lab is full steam, so there's a lot happening there.
And what's so special, too, about the elementary school, throughout the year, community members are invited to come in, to read to children, to work with children. There's that community you're talking about.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Everyone is just involved and everyone is connected on learning, and it's just a big family, and I love it.
Well, we welcome you again.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Carly Robey, the new assistant principal of the Putnam Valley Elementary School. And Jeremy and I will be right back. We love Margaret Podesta. She's still the principal.
Margaret Podesta is still the principal, yes. Ms. Carly Robey is the new assistant principal there at the elementary school.
And then from the elementary school to the middle school, a new SPO, a gentleman who you're going to listen to in a moment and find out was a graduate of that school just a couple of years ago. Paul Cillo, homecoming time in Putnam Valley. Paul is the new SRO at the middle school, and Paul went to the Putnam Valley Middle School just a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
How does it feel to come back home?
Feels great. Nice, close to home, and the kids are wonderful here.
Now, you were an SRO and SPO
Yes.
in other school districts throughout the county.
Yes, I worked in Mayapack School District for 5 years, and started here in September.
What is the role of an SPO? Some people get that confused. SPO, SRO, what's the difference?
An SPO is a special patrol officer. So what most of the SPOs are retired law enforcement who want to continue their career and like to do this job. And we're in the schools for the protection of the children and the safety of the staff. You know, we have a role of patrolling the schools, the perimeter of the school, and things like that. We don't go on the road as per like a sheriff would. You know, we don't answer the radio runs. We just stay in the school or in a courthouse or a social service building. That's a special patrol officer.
And it must make you feel good, you know, continue your career, a career that you probably loved for how many years as an officer?
I did 20 years with the NYPD.
Did you really? Just a little different coming to Putnam Valley.
A little bit, a little slower.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
But it's rewarding for you.
Yes, I love it. I love it. It's,
Do you
know.
interact with the kids also?
Oh yeah, sure. You have to. You know, who wants to be scared of the police officer in the school? So you interact with them. You know, help them out. You know, right now a lot of times kids have problems with their locker, so you give them a hand.
Sure. And of course with the administration and the faculty and the staff.
Yes, they're awesome. They welcomed me with open arms, and they're all great people here.
Well, let's continue now. We talk about SPOs. Years ago, whoever thought there'd be law enforcement in the school buildings?
Right.
But it acts as a deterrent
Right.
and more or less just this community feeling that law enforcement and education is a partnership.
Correct. Yeah. I think it's unfortunately the time we're in, you know, that schools have to do this, but for the safety of our children, I don't think it matters, you know, what it costs.
Okay. So, Officer Cillo, we wish you good luck.
Great.
Keep up the good work.
Awesome.
The new, you know, we talked in the beginning of this little segment about Putnam Valley. Now, this guy here graduated from Putnam Valley Middle School when?
1987.
Now, that's before the high school opened.
Yes.
Then
a little
was
bit.
two.
A little bit.
Walter Panis?
I went to Lakeland High School.
Lakeland High School
He
back
graduated in 1990.
then? Okay, wow. And you live in right here in Putnam Valley?
Yes, I do.
Any children?
Yes, my children are in the middle school.
Ah,
Yes, 5th and 8th grade.
do they say hi to Dad every now and then?
They try to avoid me, but they have no choice when they see me.
Keep up the good work.
I will, thank you.
SPO Paul Cillo. Jeremy and I will be right back. Yeah, Jeremy, these are two outstanding employees of the school district.
Yeah, we're very happy with the fact that we were able to bring them into our community. I think as we had mentioned, Officer Cillo was born and raised here in Putnam Valley, and that was really the outcome of our after-action debrief following the unfortunate swatting incident that took place last year. We were thankful to have the opportunity to bring in a third uniformed officer, so we now have one in each building, an SPO at the middle school and the elementary school, and an SRO right here at the high school. And I know that was something that the community felt really strongly was needed, so I was happy we were able to accommodate that.
As we're talking to Officer Cillo, you know, it's the kind of a thing in these days and times we're living in now. We need that uniform in a school building. It might be sad to say, but it's the truth. It's there.
Yeah, I think, listen, not only do they serve as a deterrent for anyone looking to do any ill will, they're really part of our school community.
Right.
All of our SPOs and SROs are in the hallways during transition times. They're talking to students. They're helping provide guidance. They're there really as a set of ears to listen to and really be a partner in the education environment here in Putnam Valley.
And for the financial impact, it's minimal.
Right, an SPO is a retired law enforcement officer, so they have caps in how much they can earn, and that really helps districts maintain, keep the cost down.
And of course, the new assistant principal over at the elementary school, a former reading teacher, dynamite young lady.
Yeah, she actually was born and raised here in Somers. Her family has relocated to Long Island for many
Right,
years, and now with her accepting this new position, they've relocated back up here and are looking to buy a new home here in the area. So we very much welcome her back to the area, and she's done a fabulous job so far.
Walking around the campus today, we've noticed some construction going on at the high school. The roof's being repaired.
Yeah, as part of our facilities planning, we knew the roof here at the high school was in need of some updates. We're starting off with the curved roofs. Those came back to be in the worst shape. So a contractor had some difficulties getting the materials they needed. They were here on time, but there was a delay in the materials, so we're a few weeks behind, but they're progressing along, and all of those curved roofs will be a brand new cutting-edge material.
Now, is there anything else planned in the future?
Yeah, some of the other projects that we had done over the summer were new outdoor learning spaces. There was a courtyard in the elementary school that's gone really untouched, unused since the time I was a student there in the elementary school. So that's now a new dynamic outdoor learning space that I know the teachers are embracing. We have other spaces here. The completion of the wall in the courtyard here at the high school has created a more conducive outdoor learning space there. And we just continue our investment into finding alternative learning spaces for our students. So we're very proud of all that. We have started a new facilities planning committee. They're looking at future facilities needs down the road. We have a wonderful engaged group representing all three buildings. We've done building tours, we've established priorities, and really our next meeting is to begin to look at budgetary numbers.
Okay. Putnam Valley loves its first responders. It's that simple. Firemen, police officers, EMTs, paramedics. And because of this, the school is going to be having 3 separate programs next month. Tell our viewers about that.
Yeah, our first responder appreciation event started many years ago. We thought it was a fantastic opportunity to recognize the many first responders that either live in or work in our school community. So there's each building really has its own event dedicated. At our elementary school, we have a community read event. So first responders come in uniform. They can bring a book or simply have a conversation with the elementary school students, talk a little bit about the day in the life of what they do. Share some stories. We've had individuals do fingerprinting and other fun activities. So it's a great opportunity for some of our first responders to share a little bit about what they do each day with our youngest learners. In the middle school, we do an equipment and apparatus event. So we invite in first responders from all over the region. We've had everything from bomb removal robots to SWAT team trucks to aviation helicopters coming and landing right here on campus. So It's a great opportunity for our students to get out and explore. The individuals come are very accommodating, letting students sort of check out, go through the vehicles, operate some of the equipment, and really teach them a little bit about the sort of the tools and tricks of the trade. So that's another great opportunity. And our high school students really recognize our first responders before a football game. So on the 20th of this month, we have the 20th of October, we have the first responders being recognized during our Friday night football game. We have the color guard, we'll walk them down onto the field, we'll say a little speech, and really just an opportunity for the community to stand up and recognize. So my public service announcement for any first responders, whether you're a paid firefighter in the city or a volunteer firefighter here in Putnam Valley, or any of the other first responders, whether you're in medicine, law enforcement, military, we encourage everyone to come out. It's a few minutes out of your day to really provide us the opportunity to recognize and thank you for all you do for our community or whatever community you serve.
And the first responders really appreciate this.
Yeah, I hope so. Each year our numbers have begun to increase. I know that there is many more that live in and work in this community that have not yet taken advantage. And my hope is that as the tradition continues, we begin to see larger and larger numbers. You could show up for 15 minutes, you could bring your family with you, you can walk down with your wife or your kids and let them experience what it's like to be recognized for the work you do each day.
Putnam Valley is saying thank you to the firemen, the policemen, the EMS people. We couldn't live without them. And in this part of the country, most of them are volunteers, which is another big, big plus.
For sure. Especially we're very thankful for the partnership we have with our local fire department, our local ambulance corps, and we very much appreciate all they do for us at the school district.
Sports. How's sports coming along as we get back to the fall season?
Yeah, we're doing well. We're seeing some success out there on the fields and on the court. We have volleyball, field hockey, soccer, and football going, as well as cross country. So I'm sure I left some out there. Game day cheerleading is also, and actually our teams have experienced some early success. So I hope they're able to keep it up throughout the fall season, and maybe we'll have some sectional or state championships at the end.
All right. Wouldn't be bad.
Wouldn't be bad.
Okay. Superintendent of Schools, Jeremy Luft. We thank you so much for joining us for this back-to-school edition of Inside Putnam Valley Schools. I'm Eric Gross. Until next time, have yourselves a good day. Be well. Bye-bye now.